Set up for the bottom of the 7th. Canyon Wright set to lead things off. Momentarily lapsed there and got away. But we are back here for the bottom of the 7th. Connor Mayu has went the distance in this one. And he pumps that fastball in there beside Canyon. Mayu now not working as quickly, but still very hastily. That one is called a strike. 0-2 to Canyon. And just a big difference. One pitch, a fastball and a strike, and the curveball comes in the next one. You just don't know what's coming. You got to be sitting back ready for just about anything if you're Canyon. Normally this is where Mayu and the Vikings have worked outside, and they do is here again. Swung on and missed, and Canyon down on strikes. Second time today, first out of the 7th, and Seth Cook now stands in there. 2-0. Vikings lead this one. You see it on the Wallace Eye Associates scoreboard. Very quickly moving game. Very quick moving game. That one misses ball 1. You just got to get somebody on base if you're the Warriors. Quickly, 2 balls, no strikes to Cook. That one in there for the strike. Cook, Davis, and Adelise set to bat following Canyon down on strikes. That one up high to the Warrior pitcher. And rocking back now is Connor Mayu, has just been splendid on the day. Full count as Seth thought about throwing the bat away and heading down to first, but instead it is a full count. 1 down, bottom of the 7th. Mayu rocks back and fires. Swung on and missed, back-to-back strikeouts. And any question that we had about Connor Mayu not having enough in the tank to get through this, that is squashed and squashed mightily. Connor Mayu has been impressive for Avoyelles Charter on this afternoon.
He has indeed. He's had his tempo at different levels.
That one misses up high.
And had a little pause in some of his throwing strikes, but he's recovered well and right back at it.
7 strikeouts on the afternoon for Mayu.
He steps off there.
He threw 1 in the first, 2 in the 2nd, 2 in the 5th, and now 2 here in the 7th. Swung on and missed from Cody, a ball and a strike. These 2 pitchers will not be able to go on Thursday, but look for them to meet up later on in the season. You can just about imagine that. Misses low, 2 balls and a strike. Two ball, 1 strike count to Cody Davis. And now things are full. See the defense getting a little, 2 balls, 2 strikes, even back up. You can see the defense getting a little pep. Cody Davis, the junior backstop for the Warriors, is going to stand in there. He'll get down in that crouch. Had a grand slam a few games ago. Would take just a base hit here. Mayu delivers a 2-2, misses up high and fills the count. I was just a pitch ahead, Chuck, that's all.
That's all right. He had that one to waste anyway.
Again, big shout out to Valex Federal Credit Union. If you're looking for someone to help with your banking needs, valexfcu.org. Swung on and missed, and that's going to do it. 2-0. And, wow, my goodness, 3 straight strikeouts. Give him 8 on the night. And Avoyelles Charter is fired up in this one, and they're giving Connor Mayu some love as he just, my goodness, just went after it. Very impressive performance by Seth Cook and Connor Mayu on the hill tonight for Grace and Charter respectively. 2-0 this one ends. And again, Avoyelles Charter takes a big head start in the lead in district here. They will take over the lead in District 5B. The Warriors pick up their first district loss of the season. Charter remains undefeated in this one. But, Chuck, just a jewel of a game tonight.
Yeah, it's been I like this game. I don't necessarily like the result, especially for our Warriors faithful, but I did like the tempo of this game, a lot quicker paced game, because those last few we've done, those first couple of innings kind of just drug on. We're like, one of them, I believe, was an hour first inning, I believe it was.
It was. This game was an hour 42 is all that it was.
That's
from start to finish. And, you look back on it, and the Warriors had – trying to find out how many had. So Luke had the one base hit back in the second, and that was it. One base hit for the Warriors tonight, and it was Luke Johnson that got that one. Yeah, Luke. We'll talk to Coach Brown here in just a minute. We'll let him talk to his guys, and we'll visit with him. And you like the availability, win or lose, you come out and you visit, and you got to believe that he's going to want to clean up a couple of the errors on the bases that did it. But all in all, it was a very well-played game. The Warriors, though, they're strikeout victims 8 times on the night and a double play in there. So just about as good defensively as Charter could play it, they did. So you don't go and you take anything away. It's just 2 good ball clubs that were battling. And a game like this helps Grace in the power rankings, but winning that game certainly helps Charter with what they're doing. And I was so impressed by the play of Tanner Dupuis, Carson Lemoyne with a couple of base hits, but Connor Mayu 1 for 3 on the night. So had a base hit and a stolen base, but his 8 strikeout shutout performance, one hitter of the Warriors tonight. A team that we've seen put runs up in bunches. Chuck unable to get one across, and
struggled with it tonight, and changing weather, changing temperature, not really wanting to blame any of that, but there's so many possibilities of things that could be, but not to take anything away from Avoyelles.
No,
Charter just shot there.
Charter just came in and showed that there's a reason that they're up at the top of the rankings, and that these two teams are right where they need to be. And look, if before the game you wouldn't have mentioned either the 2 of these teams in the state championship run talk, you better be doing it now, because both of these teams in Division 5 are going to make a run for it, and that's why, Chuck, you'd hate to see them at a 2-3 or a 1-4. You don't want them on the same side of the bracket when it comes into that. You'd like to see them with an opportunity to battle for a state championship no matter what happens in the regular season. But again, there's 8 other teams that are going to have something to say about that.
Well, and like you said, too, with the power rankings, there's only a quarter of a point difference between the two. Will they jump them? I don't know, but like I said, they both benefit from the win. So will that make the difference?
Yeah, because the Warriors will get a lot of points off of this one as well. But I do believe it's close enough. It's enough for Charter with all of the wins, all of the wins that they'll get from Grace Christian, that I do expect that they'll leapfrog and get into that spot, and they'll all be chasing family community, family Christian, I guess that was in number 1. We'll go back and look at that momentarily.
Speaking of family, thank you for joining us, and all those folks that watch from Avoyelles Parish. And be sure that if you watched on YouTube, go back and watch it if you watched it on Facebook, go back and watch it on YouTube. You can actually set your YouTube settings to 1080p is what we broadcasted at. Facebook, at best, you'll get 720, and it's going to look kind of fuzzy looking, or
little fuzzy.
Yeah, little not in focus, basically. So YouTube is a much better, and when you get there, go ahead and give us a like and a share. We appreciate that. You can really help us out by doing that.
Family Community sits atop the Division 5 rankings at 8-5 on the season with a 28.9 power ranking. Grace Christian 16-5. Avoyelles Public Charter now goes to 14-3, and again 0.3 differential in there. Got to believe, but none of that matters. The only thing that matters is what happens on Thursday night over at Avoyelles Charter. That's the only thing that's going to to matter in this one. We expected it to be this kind of week, and it was. This type of game. Warriors have lost 2 straight now, going back to that game on Saturday, and we'll look to get things righted again. Connor Mayu, impressive on this. Tanner Dupuy, the pitching of Seth Cook, the defense.
Yep.
Just I don't believe it was as solid as it had been in the past, but that first inning, really, the one run that Avoyelles Charter picked up was enough to do it. Chuck, don't know that we'll get Coach Brown tonight. He's going to visit with these guys after a loss like that. We'll take a commercial break, and when we come back, if he's not made his way over here, we'll wrap it up. So don't go anywhere. We'll be right back and see if we get Coach Brown on the Warrior Wrap-Up show right after this.
Wherever you are, you're there for a reason. You shouldn't have to make a trip to the branch to deposit a check. Skip the trip and use our mobile app to easily and securely deposit checks right from your phone, day or night, wherever you are or whatever you're doing. Download our mobile app today.
For a lifetime of the best possible vision, look to Wallace Eye Associates, where our tradition of eye care excellence in Cenla spans nearly 40 years. From your next family eye exam to cataract and glaucoma evaluations, trust your vision to the experienced eye professionals at Wallace Eye Associates. Call Wallace Eye Associates today at 318-448-4488 to schedule your next eye evaluation.
And we are back for the Warrior Wrap-Up show, visiting with head coach Josh Brown. And, Coach, this is exactly the type of game that we thought we would see tonight with you guys in Charter.
Oh, absolutely. I mean, two good guys on the mound, good pitch ball game. You know, besides the first inning, I thought Cook settled down and threw the ball well. But they're a good ball club, and I tell everybody, I mean, they've been playing at the 2A level, and then you drop down to Division 5, you know, and they probably got over 200-something kids in the school, you know, battling against here we are, 105, 110 kids. But we knew coming in it was going to be a dogfight.
And it was, and you guys went toe for toe, or with them. It was one of those. Connor Mayu, just impressive. He was the kid on the hill for Charter. 8 strikeouts on a night, threw the ball well. LJ, now you go back to the second inning or the first inning when he had that line smash. If that ball's a few inches either side of the third baseman, but that's the kind of things that happen in games like this.
Yeah, I mean, you know, I thought LJ was seeing him well, and Carson was too. Carson thought, he said, Coach, I don't understand why we're struggling. He said, the kid from Northwood and the guy from Natchitoches Central had more movement than this guy. He said, I think the guys are thinking little mind games, like what's coming. He's like, because, Coach, I'm telling you, it's flat. The fastball's flat. The curveball was good, had some bite to it. I was a little disappointed that we didn't swing the bat and put some runs up, honestly. When you get 2 runs per Cook, we're thinking we got a chance to win this game every night.
You know, that's what we had thought about, that you would have that. You look through it, and it was just a little bit scattered on there. Had some good counts, got to him, and we wondered what Mayu was going to do. He got stronger as he went along. But I'm going to tell you, I'll go back to Seth Cook. Seth, after that first inning, really settled down, looked like, Luke at third, we're not crediting those errors because those balls ate him up. I mean, they came hard over to third base, and you don't see that kind of pressure put on your defense. You guys only gave up 2 runs.
Oh, absolutely. I thought the defense played well for the most part. There was 3 plays defensively we thought that should have been made. One was just a routine. You let the ball get below your shoulders. That's got to be an out. And then there was another play and I'm not going to lie, we've been struggling a little bit at second base. We've been preaching with our guys, lay out. It's the top of the 7th. You got to lay out, be a dirtbag there. I thought we could have kept that ball in the infield there in the 7th to allow the bases to get loaded. But, I mean, overall, I'm pleased with the defense for the most part. We got to be better at the plate. And we gave some guys the option to play a little small ball. And I don't know. We just didn't do a good job of it, and we got to go to work tomorrow. We got one day to get ready for them at their place.
You made the move that brought Zach Craig in to bunt on there and wasn't able to get it down on there, too. And you see what you went to trying to go to the small ball there. But it's executing those things that you got to do.
You have to. And he's a 7th grader. We got Michael Palmer's out tonight.
Right.
Strep throat. That's a starter that's hitting over 275 right now for us. That was a huge blow. We were going to go to Brady McDaniel if we were going to swing the bat, but we knew if we had to bunt, get in a situation, we were going to go Zach. Just didn't work out, but that's something that'll pay off in the long run for Zach down the road, being a 7th grader.
1,000%, and it's a game that just sometimes things work, sometimes they don't. They work for the other team, and that's baseball. And the good thing about baseball, you turn around and you go to their place, and you won't see Connor Mayu. Now, they won't see Seth Cook either,
Correct.
But that's the beauty of these Tuesday, Thursday home and homes.
Absolutely, and we got 2 guys. They're throwing 3 guys that are throwing the ball well on the bump. So I mean, we'll be ready to go. We just gotta put some runs up on the board.
Well, there you go, Coach. Thank you for being available for us. Win, lose, or draw. Good luck, and we'll go get them Thursday.
I appreciate it, guys.
All right, head coach Josh Brown finishing things up again. We appreciate him taking the time with us here. Chuck, that's going to wrap things up for us tonight. We'll see. You'll see them back here Friday night. It'll be April before I make it back. So, yeah, how about that? And I'll have no more unmarried sons by then. How about that? It is officially this week. It is Saturday night. Noah and Abby tying the knot, and we're excited. So that's where I'll be off to until you see us again in the following week.
And you're saying all the single ladies basically going to have to shed a tear after this
they're
weekend.
out. Yep, no more Gamboys on the market, so that's a tough one for all of Central Louisiana. It's going to wrap it up tonight. Warriors lose a tough one tonight, 2-0, but it was an Avoyelles charter team that did what they needed to do. Small ball won it for them. They manufactured that run. For Chuck Perkins,